I'll put my light on now.
Yo, we're on.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. Free Lads, beautiful game. I'm your host, Does the Most, joined by my two co-hosts, Joey Six Time and Red Devil Soul. How we doing, gentlemen? How we doing?
Yo.
How we doing?
What's going on, boys? Ready for a Friday night?
All I can say from last week's, boring performance of football made me lose hope of, maybe lose a little bit of hope of watching soccer. But now this week, I'm like, all right, this is why I love this sport. But we'll get into it. It's been a big week. I guess I'll start it off. We'll start with the weekend games that happened last week, and then midweek games that happened in the Europe as well. So yeah, City versus Palace. We did a live watch along. That was good viewing. If you want to go check that out, there's some good viewership there. But yeah, no, look, that game, it wasn't the start that I was hoping for as a City fan. Going into the game, as you were watching, Palace went 1-0 up. Against the run of play a little bit, yes, but they were playing pretty well up to that point as well. I'm not going to take that away from them. But yeah, they got the goal. And yeah, it was us chasing the game again. We had a couple of chances, and then, it started creeping in a little bit like, oh, is it going to be one of those moments or one of these days? Especially like I was telling you before, Selhurst Park being a bit tricky. But then, the boys pulled through. De Bruyne with one of the... Honestly, like, if it wasn't a deflection, I'd say, like, goal of the season, easy. But, because that deflection takes a little bit away from him, but still amazing goal. Still amazing goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, still a great strike.
Even if that deflection, definitely not a goal contender. There's been definitely better goals scored this season. But I will admit,
I said
lately,
one of.
Lately, I know City have, every time I seem to watch you guys, you score an absolute screamer lately. Like if it's Foden or De Bruyne or someone else.
Yeah.
It seems to be
we'll get Foden lately,
we'll get
what I've noticed
Foden
compared to last year, a lot more shooting outside the box.
Yeah, 100%. Well, me and Sol were talking about this off air. Foden now has got a signature shot. It's cuts into a little bit to the left from the midfield. You see, like, what I'm talking about, and then boom, outside the box. Top left corner.
Top bins.
Beautiful shot. It's like literally his signature shot, and it's crazy that that's his signature shot. But yeah, as you were right, City have been scoring some top bin goals, and which is weird because usually we're all about pinpoint passes. Tapping
merchants,
tapping merchants. Like Haaland was loving it. That's why he was scoring 58 goals and shit. You know what I mean? So, but no, look, De Bruyne scores a cracker, back into it, and then you think, all right, we're gonna punish him. But Palace were coming back into the game, and they could have easily got a second goal in
Jordan
that first half.
Just needs the pass.
Oh, Jordan, bro! Well, he hit the post. Remember, when they broke. Yeah, it was 3v1. But I'm just saying, like, 100%. But like I said, if they actually finished, they probably could have gone 2-1 up into the break. But yeah, it was weird. It was like we got that goal. I think you said it on the stream. It's like we got that goal, and then we became complacent again instead of actually going for it. But then second half come, But then second half come in, and then it's like the boys were like, I think Pep was like, make sure you don't take the foot off the gas, and then go in. Boom, Rico Lewis. Special props to him. Youngster coming through the ranks. I was a bit worried too, seeing two youngsters. It was him and Oscar Bob playing, but fair play. Both of them played very well in that game. They stepped up when they needed to, and Rico Lewis got his goal. Boom. Then I think who was the third goal scored by? Can't remember exactly who was the third goal scored by. I'll probably come to me. Was it? Oh, it was Haaland. Haaland scored the tap in. Remember, it was a beautiful passing. It was the typical City goal.
Yes.
Right. And I actually missed that goal, remember? Because you were like, oh, look, Haaland just scored. That's why I was like, who scored? Yeah, Haaland scored. And then it was at the end. Who was it at the end? De Bruyne scored again and got his 100th goal, which was a cracker shot as well. Nice little half volley. And then they got one back towards the end, like the 89th minute or something. But yeah, no, look, it was a bit of a back and forth game. Bit shaky in defense, but fair play to our attack. They pulled us through, and we moved on. And I see why he was playing the youngsters, because it was obviously for this midweek's game. And lads, let's just sit back. Wait, let me sit back. Let me get ready, and let me talk about the cinema that is Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Okay, boys. Real Madrid, Manchester City. Yeah. I just seen you in the corner too. I was like, what is he doing? And then I was like, yeah, I know what he's doing. Anyway, yeah. Them two. Boys, what am I talking about? Real Madrid, Manchester City. Now, every year, like when we go into the Champions League, I think, oh man, I hope we don't get these. But then when we play the match, and when we play a game like this, I'm like, thank God we got these. Because honestly,
I'll tell you something that I realized this week. It's related, but I fully realized it this week, and I've never realized it before. So I was watching the City Real Madrid game, and as much as I hate City, I figured out I hate Real Madrid more. Like, for some reason, inside me, I was watching the game, and I was kind of being going, like, when City would get the ball on the attack, I'd be like, yeah, fucking go. And then nothing, or then he would score, and I'd be like, I wouldn't celebrate, but I don't know, a little feeling inside me of happiness would erupt every time he would score or something like that. So, yeah.
Is it a bit of that
very interesting thing.
Probably that little bit of
Ramos.
Yeah, I was going to say probably something to do with Sergio Ramos and what Real Madrid have done to him over the years. But no, look, going into the game. Going into the game, we actually have a winning record against them. It's, believe it or not. Going into the game.
Yeah, it's obviously a collection of things. Sergio Ramos, and they beat us 5-2 at Anfield the last defeat at Anfield that we had suffered before this morning. But I don't know. I just don't like them, mate. There's something in me. I just don't like them.
No, well, look, going into the game, Real Madrid's one of those places where, like I've said it before, it's one of those places that it can take you. You know what I mean? There's only a few stadiums that can do that in the world, and Real Madrid, the Bernabeu, is definitely one of them. So I don't know if you heard about it too. They closed the roof as well before the match. To cause like an imitate, to intimidate, the players and whatnot, blah blah blah.
A bit more atmosphere, eh?
Yeah, create a bit more atmosphere and all this stuff. But anyway, so we go into the game, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was worried. Not worried, more the fact because look, no Kyle Walker. I don't know if you saw as well, De Bruyne was out as well because he had an illness, so he actually didn't start the game. So that was a bit of a worry. And I was just looking at it, I was like, Rodrigo, Vinny Jr., Valverde up against, nothing against Ake or Akanji and all that, but they're not going to, they don't have the same pace that Kyle Walker does. So anyway, going into the game, I'm like, look, if we can just contain them here at Bernabeu and then take them back to the Etihad like what we did last season, then I'll be a bit more happy. First 5-6 minutes in, I didn't give a shit about that. I was like, let's fucking go, because Bernardo Silva did one of the most cheekiest things I've ever seen in my whole life. And you know what's funny too? I was telling Sol about this. If it wasn't a golazo, fiesta, banger, game, that goal probably would have been the goal that everyone was going to talk about. But because of all the other goals that were scored, no one's really talking about this goal. But yeah, it was just like a little cheeky free kick, caught everyone off. Yeah, bro, nice little curl as well. If you actually see the little angle too, he curls past the little the wall as well. Catches the. What's that? Sorry.
Very sneaky. It was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Very cheeky, very sneaky. Catches everyone off guard, even including our players as well. Because I see a couple of the players, they were turning they were going actually in for the for the actual free kick, and then boom, all of a sudden it's in the back of the net. So 1-0, and then I'm just like, oh, let's go. You know, that's a good wake up call as well. Yeah, and like I said, going back to before, you know, the Bernabeu can take you in, and this is what I mean. All of a sudden, you're thinking, all right, we're gonna do these. We were holding onto the ball as well. I think we had another chance, but it was Haaland. It was like a near post shot. He hit it against the bar or something, or against the keeper, something like that. So you're thinking, all right, well, look, we're all over these at the moment, and then bang, out of nowhere, Calavinga just takes a shot out of nowhere, deflects, boom, 1-0. And then 2 minutes, maybe not even, all of a sudden you look at I'm looking down, look up, and it's 2-1. All of a sudden, Rodrigo's running down, beating the Kanji down the line. Yeah, just like that. Great pass by Vinny, and they've just cut us open just like that in the space of 5 minutes. You know what I mean? They're 2-1 up in the Bernabeu. And that's what I mean, like, you know, just can overtake you.
It's like rocking after that goal.
Yeah, and look, to be honest, every time they broke, they looked like they were going to score. And if Vinny had his shooting boots on, because I think he had 1 or 2 chances. I think even Rodrigo as well had a couple of chances. They shot it straight at Ortega. Honestly, if it went any other side, probably 3-4-1 up. Hey, I'm not even going to lie to you. So going into the second half, I'm like, oh, man, I'll even take a 2-1 at this point. Like, that's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Like, because like I said, the counter attack, everything, they're going to break us. And then, like, going into the second half, you know, we held the ball. We did the City, you know, what City do best, like held the ball, but weren't really attacking. We weren't really creating anything, but we weren't letting them create anything either. You know what I mean? So it was like containment. Then your cousin, your brother, Red Devil Soul, Phil Walter Foden steps up.
Signature shot again.
Yeah, does one of his signature shots that we talk about. Turns around to Jude and looks at him and goes, hey, Jude, this is how you take a shot. Hey, Jude. By the way, yeah, where was Jude, by the way? Did anyone see him in that game? You know, everyone telling me that he's going to do us. He has a special surprise for us. He's the best English talent that England's got. Last time I checked, he was on the floor half the game crying, looking for yellow cards. But anyway, while our English talent was scoring bangers in the Bernabeu. But each their own. Anyway. We move on. Hey, Jude. By the way, hey, Jude. Anyway, so you think, all right, 2-2. It's like, all right, mad. Let's go. I'll take this. You know what I mean? Like I said, and it's like considering it's, you know, the second legs at Etihad, more than happy to take this. You know, clock winding down as well. And then, boom, out of all people, Josko Guardiola, the man, goes, hey, Vincent. He goes, hey, Vincent Kompany, hold up, wait here. Let me just copy you real quick and take one of the big banger shots I've ever seen from outside the box.
No, that was a curler, bro. That was no.
Bro, it was, you know what I mean, like a centre back, or like a defender taking a shot. Yeah. You know what I meant by that. Yeah. But absolute world class. And I don't know if there's like an interview afterwards with him in that TV show with fucking Mika Richards and all that. I can't remember the actual show. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The one with Peter, TT and all that. He was doing an interview with them, and he was making a joke because, guys, I don't know if you saw that first class touch I did. That's what made me get that goal. Yeah, because like it was just really. He said because the touch was so bad that all he could do was just shoot, and it was just one of those moments. Like he goes, if I didn't shoot, I was going to lose the ball, so I just took a shot. But God, what a shot it was, and what a stage to do it on. So 3-2 up, bro. Scenes everywhere, like crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you know what I mean? Like you can imagine my excitement. 3-2, like considering like, you know, how the game was panning out, I was like, that's amazing. Like even at that point, I was thinking to myself, even if they score now, I'm not continually upset if that happens. And then I say that, and then Valverde goes, you know what? Fuck you, Josko Guardiola. Let me score the goal of the fucking match. And it's, oh my God, fuck, I don't know the shot, the hit he did. Like me as a City fan, I didn't even like go, like, you know, I wasn't even like, oh, like I was just like, you know, it's one of those moments you know, when you see a goal, you're like, like we were talking about offline. We'll get to it about the Bruno goal. You were saying the same thing. Like you just sort of respect it. It's one of those things. It's like, fuck, bro. Like, how do you even hate that? It's just pure class. And And then it was again, it was 3-3, and then you could see both teams didn't really want to go for it. They were like, all right, enough is enough. We've given it all. Special shout out to Modric. He came on and actually changed the game, believe it or not. He was winning headers in the midfield against Rodri and shit. Rodri actually had a bad game, believe it or not, but fuck, the cunt's played like how many games in a row, so he's allowed to have one bad game, even if it is at Real Madrid. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, I'm more than happy with the result. Yeah, we could have won. I'm not super upset. Like, yeah, we were in a winning position. But again, like I said, it's a burnabout. We all know how Real Madrid is. They're the kings of this fucking competition. They're the kings of club football. You know what I mean? So the fact that we could, bring them back to the Etihad now, and it's all to play for now. You know what I mean? It's all to play for at the Etihad. So
there's no way.
Yeah, that's it.
We're trying to throw the dice. When they wanted to close the stadium, create an atmosphere. Obviously, their intention was to get a good result to go to the Etihad with, because that obviously tells you that they're not too confident about being able to get a result at the Etihad. Look, yeah, very all draw. Look, anything can happen with that team of Madrid. It's like they can go to any stadium in the world and rip you apart. I've seen it last year. But you have a much better chance.
Well, I'll tell you two things that will maybe persuade you. So they've never actually won at the Etihad, believe it or not. They've never even with
I'm just saying that team they've got, the quality they've got on that pitch. If they all have a good game, they'll probably win. It's just like if every single City player has a good game, he'll win. This is the counter argument to. This. Like, this game is more panned out for Real Madrid than it is for Man City, just because they're going to come in and play full counter-attack. And bro, who's the best team in the world? And that's their thing. You know what I mean? They're literally I'm not saying they're counter-attack FC, but they're known for that. You know what I mean? And if anyone's going to counter-attack, you know that meme? He raised his eyebrow. Carlo Ancelotti gets 3 goals. Yeah. The raised eyebrow gets 3 goals. Like, you know what I mean? That's his tactic. But no, look, at the end of the day, that's how I'm looking at it. Look, it's a shootout. It's just going to be a shootout. It's all to play for. It's similar to what happened last season at the
especially it's going to be away goals.
Yeah, it's similar to what happened last season. Where I'm going to go there and stomp them, again, not 4-0, but get a comfortable win, or it's going to be a close game where they're going to score. That we're going to score similar to the one at Bernabeu. But you know what? Look, I've heard a lot of people this week saying this is I don't know if you've seen. I just want to deter from the game now. I just want to talk about Manchester City at the moment because I want to show some flowers to my team, my club, before we move on. First of all, I've seen a lot of people this week from a lot of rival fans actually putting up stuff like cinema football this weekend. What classic, this is football, or talking about our match, right? These same people are telling me that get rid of Man City. Man City are cheats. Man City, get out. You know what I mean? I just want to know why is, why is it different from, why do you want to make content about Man City when it's good for you, but then at the same time, talk shit about my club? All I'm trying to get at is, don't have it two ways or the other. Don't make content about my club saying, oh, yeah, this is the best football I've ever seen. This is cinema. And then 2 weeks later, try to get rid of them and kick them out of kick them out of the league that you want them in. So fuck you, everyone that's doing that. Also, shout out to the Man City fans that went to...
We should start doing
it. Fuck you. And yeah, shout out to the Man City. 115 lads. Instead of 3 lads, 115.
I want 115 likes. Hit that like and subscribe, guys. 115 now.
Oh yeah, make sure you do like and subscribe. Thank you. And yeah, shout out to the away fans that went and made the trip to Bing, because everyone's talking. Everyone's saying the intimidating fans of Real Madrid and the whole closed stadium, that the City fans are not going to be able to be heard. But, respect to them. They were singing the whole time and were giving the boys backing when they needed it. So, a lot of people like to shit on City fans when it doesn't go their way. But when something does happen that it doesn't go their way, they don't seem to talk about it. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it doesn't seem to get mentioned. But yeah, look, all to play for at the Etihad. I'm just looking forward to it. I'll brush over this week as well. We're versing Luton. Not much to talk about besides, we just have to keep going on. Yeah, hopefully easy dub. Last time we played them, Harlem scored 5.
It's at home.
Yeah, it's at the Etihad. So look, I'm just hoping for a clean sheet.
What's your prediction?
Look, I'm hoping for a 3-0. I just want a clean sheet because we haven't had a clean sheet in a while. So if we can get a clean sheet, that'll be good.
Shall we?
All right.
What you predict?
Prediction.
City, Luton.
At the Etihad?
Yeah.
4-0.
I was going to go 2-0.
Yeah, we just have to get the job done and put the pressure on the top dogs at the moment.
I'll be very surprised if they don't win every single Premier League game from now on, really. They just keep form at this stage of the season, every season.
Well, the only fixture that I can see that's kind of challenging is probably Spurs away.
Yeah.
That's the only. Well, it was Aston Villa, but we've already got. We got rid
to win the rest.
Yeah, the other teams should be winnable games, so we'll see what happens.
It's going to be a tight race.
100%. Tight race indeed. Right. Well, speaking of tight races,
got a bit fucking tighter, didn't it, the other day? Game. So let's move on to that.
Yeah, let's take it away, boys. Take it away.
Well, from my point of view, you dropped 2 points in the first half by not finishing our chances. Could have easily dead and buried and finished that game. If United didn't get them 2 goals in the second half and turn that game around, and even if we won 1-0, the conversation about that football game would have been completely different to what it was. Liverpool dropped 2 points. It would have been like a match that were fucking dominated in their own backyard, literally. For 45 minutes, at least, it was just utter fucking one-way traffic.
I thought it was more like 55.
But 55%?
No, 55 minutes.
Yeah, it was longer. Yeah, but probably would have been all up in the whole game. I'd say he's had a 10-minute spell in the first half at the start of the game, and he's had a 10-minute spell in the second half, and he scored 2 goals in it. And then there was moments where he did look deadly, like he did look like he would break. But yeah, he's missed a couple opportunities in that second half where he's probably could have gone 3-1 up, but the amount of chances and opportunities and openings and just Topasai should have had 2 goals in the first 15 minutes. He misses one from literally just outside the 6-yard box, and then another one-on-one with Onana. He could have gone around him, man. So easy. They're both running at full speed. You just need to knock the ball around him. You got to open that, bang it. But he misses 2 in the first 15 minutes, and it was just literally the whole half was just opportunity missed and openings where it's a simple pass and someone could just tap the ball in the fucking net, but we just seem to do stupid shit with it. Then second half, United come out, misplaced pass by Kwanzaa, but the awareness of Fernandez to see that and just to do it the way he did it was pretty good. I must admit, as much as I hated to see it go in, I'd seen the pass and I'm like, oh fuck, they're away, and then I'd seen him lining up a shot and I'm like, what's fucking clown? Boom, over the top of the keeper. I know we like to play this high line keeper shit, but I don't know. We're up on the halfway line. There's no need for you to be up. You know what I mean? You're just leaving yourself open for that kind of shit, in my opinion. And then, another great goal by Mino. It's beautiful. Didn't have his best game, I didn't think. That was a good goal, but he did make a fair few mistakes. But made up for it with that finish, didn't he? Really. So, Yeah, I just can. I wasn't even. I was angry after it, but I was a bit relieved that we even got the goal.
Frustrated, eh?
I was frustrated.
Frustrated.
Like, and just
Like,
the
honestly,
feeling
yeah,
of just
everything you said is right.
It's
These
just like
fucking
it's
played
Klopp's
terrible.
final season, man. It's the last dance for the man. You know what I mean? Just fucking this type of shit that's what costs you at the end of the season. This stupid shit where a simple square ball by Darwin Núñez where someone can just pass it in the net. No, he tries to fucking shoot from a ridiculous angle. Like, you know, I know Klopp said, the same boys who missed chances in this game are the same ones who got us to 71 points. But I don't know, this week's been a bit tough to take from a Liverpool point of view. So that's my take on the game. Dropped 2 points.
Look, you're not wrong.
But
he's absolutely dominated that whole game. Like I said, I didn't really want to do the watch along because I would have got fucking angry as soon as I seen that Diaz go in. Like, his were dominating the whole first half. After that first goal, I thought you were actually just going to score another 3 or 4.
Yeah. So like,
all them chances we were missing. I was just
waiting for it. Salah, fucking so wasteful, man. All of them, like, just so fucking wasteful. Like, it's becoming a worrying trend lately that a lot of them are becoming wasteful. Like,
your frustration.
Just driving me fucking crazy lately. We've got, you know, I don't want to digress. We'll talk about the United game first, but yeah, like, dropped 2 points. You know, could have whacked them in their own backyard after all the shit they spoke the week before. We had it in the palm of our hands, a little bit more composure, and we could have buried them 4-0. Had them, their fans walking out at halftime again in Old Trafford. It would have been scenes, but because of a little bit of lack of fucking composure, a bit too much excitement, we dropped 2 points, and we ended up chasing the game, and we're grateful for a draw at the end. Yeah. Had to rely on somewhat of a fucking dive for a penalty, didn't we? Like, let's be honest. Got him, but he knew what he was doing. He knew where he was putting his foot.
Look, do I think it was a dive? Sort of, but at the same time, you can see
it wasn't a dive, but he knew where he was putting his foot.
Yeah, it was foot.
Similar to the Saka one, just a bit less like obvious to anyone. Like, you go, oh well, he could have just stepped there.
Because Saka was dived,
he went down.
Sliding.
He knew if he put his foot there, that leg was going to trail and get him, and he was looking for it. But look,
hey,
soccer
that's what the best players do.
Yeah, they fashion situations where they get taken down. They've seen it so many times before where attackers will just stick their foot in front of a defender and get brought down, but they weren't controlling the ball enough. A lot. Just, yeah. But their frustration.
Look, I'm happy about the result, but again, the performance was fucking atrocious to watch, especially at our home ground. I thought we were going to put up a bit better of a fight. It was actually even worse.
I thought, considering the confidence from the game, you know,
from the FA Cup,
he's cheering.
Do you think they were for the taking, Sol? 1 year they were 2-1 up. 1 year were 2-1 up. Do you think they were for the taking a little bit, or you were just like, oh, I'm happy, like, you know, similar to what I was saying about, like, oh, I'm just happy to be.
Not really,
up,
because
you know what I mean?
Just the way that we've been playing all season, we haven't been able to kill games off. Like, look at the last 2 games before. We've given up 2 leads against Brentford and Chelsea, so I wasn't really like, when we scored that second goal, it wasn't like, yes, we're going to go kill them off with a third goal. I was more worried about, oh shit, how long do they have left to fucking score? Like, they were coming at us the whole game. So I was worried the whole time, but I'm happy about the result. But I'll be more happier, like, this doesn't end their title run. So I'll just wait till the season until I get, like, my happiness out of that. If I can say that my result did something to your title, then I'll be happy. But until then, man, it's still up for grabs. Like, there's still heaps of games to go. Arsenal
7
still
games
have
left each.
to come
Arsenal
to
Hey,
have
you
some
can-
difficult games.
Hey, you can stop Arsenal as well if you want.
we can stop Arsenal as well.
Mhm.
Like, fuck. It's literally like a massive 3-horse race that we haven't seen in a while. It's pretty crazy.
I don't think I actually looked this up. There hasn't been a 3-horse race ever. Like there's been close ones, but this is like this is the first one that's gone towards the end.
It's still like I feel like this is like a bit of an issue with football fans in general in the last few years. Is we're starting to call shit way too early. You know what I mean? Like even Liverpool,
way too early.
people on social media were guilty of it this year for Liverpool. Oh, the quadruples on. Like just because we're in 4 competitions, that doesn't mean we're going to win them. But you put added pressure on the team by saying the quadruples on. No team's ever won the quadruple. The team Liverpool have it this year is not better than any Premier League team that's ever walked before them. Like so, just I don't know. They just put added pressure on players.
Yeah, no,
Social media.
we all know.
At the end of the day, if Liverpool were to lose the next 2 games, then it becomes a 2-horse race. So it's never a 3-horse race. We've still got 7 games left, still 21 points to get, you know what I mean? And there's no guarantee that every single team is going to take it down to the wire. So
Yeah,
it still could very easily develop into a 2-horse race. If Arsenal drop the next 2 games, or you do, like, you know, it's game over.
Yeah, 100%. Not even. We're honestly one game away from being out of the race if you deep it, like you know what I mean. But anyway, no, you know, like Sol said, it's this day and age, social media. You know, you got TikTok pundits and Twitter pundits and shit. You know what I mean? That have the most ridiculous takes and you know what I mean. Like you said, and you don't think like this adds on to the players. They see this shit. They do. They have
for example.
I've spoken to people that,
Gerald Kwanzaa had to like stop all comments and stuff on his pictures the other day because of that Man United mistake. Because his own Liverpool fans were ripping into him. The kid's a teenager, been playing Premier League football his first season. He was playing like Division 2 last year in the English league. Like he's come on leaps and bounds. He stepped up. And like fuck, man, like you throw any player into the furnace of a game like that, like I said, 99 times out of 100, it's just a turnover of possession. It's nothing. No one bangs a goal in from the fucking halfway line every time someone misplaces the pass.
Yeah, 100%. Let's be honest. Like that was a freak goal. Like you know what I mean. 99% of the time,
if the keeper wasn't out of. Like Van Dijk was back, so
further back. Like if he wasn't fucking, I don't know what he's doing, looking for potatoes or something. The fucking Irish bastard. But
yeah, like Van Dijk was like there covering. So if the keeper wasn't out, it just like you said would have just been a mistake.
Yeah. But then anyway, I'll move on again. Look, all in all, pretty successful couple of. No, not successful, but at least, you know, you can see in the last few years' results of Liverpool and Man United, he's done all right this year. We just didn't seem to be able to get years or put you to the sword like we have in previous seasons when we've just rolled 4 goals on you in half an hour. Like we've had moments to do it, we just didn't do it this year. So it is what it is. We move on. We have to wait till next year now until another classic bout of our teams. No more Klopp then. Be interesting. But yeah, so then my frustrating week continues. Liverpool versus Atalanta this morning. Lose at home for the first time in all competitions since our last defeat to Real Madrid. So I think it was like 16 months or something. We haven't lost at home in any competition. And we get battered, absolutely battered. Didn't deserve nothing from the game. Got exactly what we deserved. They should have. They could have. To be fair, look, the first goal he should. If Alisson didn't goal, we saved that. 100%. Alisson takes that comfortably. Like that first goal was. You can't let them goals in a European competition. Sorry, and then even the third goal, carry that shit the other way, man. That's what separates Yeah, even I was guilty of it, saying this guy's good. How does Allison even get back in the team? Because he had a couple games. The last couple games, Allison, as soon as that motherfucker's fit and can put his guys back on, get back in them goals. Because he's just
different, eh?
He's got that bit more pedigree, man, in them moments. Allison one-on-one is a beast. This guy one-on-one just seems to be and just like he doesn't have as strong of a hand as Allison does. Like if Allison gets two fingers to something, he's saving it. This guy, his hand just flat first goal. It was like a bird flapping at a basketball, you know what I mean? But
all I can say is Kelleher must have rubbed you the wrong way so much for this switch up to happen. From, like you said, I don't think Allison can. Yeah, I don't think Allison can get into the team. Two, this Irish bastard. How can you not save that? You know what I mean? It's a crazy switch up.
Look, I feel bad. He's good. He's a good backup option. He's a good guy to have in case something happens. But I'm just saying, the last few games I've noticed, like the first 5 games, you couldn't really notice the difference between him and Allison because he was making all these beautiful saves. And then now the last couple games, you're like, Allison might make one mistake every 10 games. This guy's made like 2 or 3 in the space of 2 games now. Like, you wouldn't see Allison do that.
Well, that's the difference.
Yeah,
like you said,
Atlanta at home. We got to go to their home ground. Look, last time we went there, we won 5-0, albeit. So we can do it. We've seen Liverpool overturn. But do I think we're going to do it? No, not really. Just disgraceful performance from every player on that pitch, really. Klopp's final season. We might not, because you didn't finish your chances against United. Now we might not win the Premier League. So this is the competition where you think you would have to win, or you think at least a bounce back from the United draw, from the disappointment of everyone. You think you'd go, all right, let's take this game serious. They walked out there thinking they were just going to fucking 1-2 through Atlanta like they're nothing. Like, you've got exactly what you deserve. Complacent, 11 players on the pitch. Klopp made a few changes. I understand it, but I also don't understand why then the last time in the last Europa League game, when we had a 5-0 or 4-0 aggregate lead, you played a full-strength fucking team. But you've got a more difficult tie against a more difficult opponent.
Bring that up.
And you fucking put a second. Why'd you do that last game then? Like, why didn't you rest players then? But now all of a sudden you want to rest players. Like, I get it. I'm not going to question Klopp, but I just don't understand it.
That was right before the FA Cup as well.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like, why wouldn't you save the players for that? It's like you wanted to get knocked out of the FA Cup in a way to take this competition seriously. And 3-0 home to the playing team, man. Going to there, their ground's going to be a cauldron. It's going to be a fucking cauldron. It's going to be feisty.
Like you said, like, he's put himself in a bit of a tricky situation because now, like, the next, I don't know, when is the next game? Is it next week? Yeah, okay. So do you think now, will he actually go for it? Like, considering now, because, he's weighing up Premier League, you know what I mean? Like, because it's not going to be an easy fix. Like, he's going to have to probably start his strongest team.
Honest,
you know what I mean? Going into that.
We've got Jota back. We've got Bajcetic back. We've got Jones back. We've got Trent back. We get Allison back next week. That's 5 players, right? 5 players who are around the first team, if not in the first team. We've already got to this stage without them 5 players for the last 3 or 4 months, right? They've played these games. We've kept up in the Premier League. We've done well. So now you think with these returning players, like, we've got a big enough squad to go for 2 competitions, 100%. Especially Europa League, like, you know what I mean? Like, we should never, even our B team should never have been beaten 3-0 by them. Like, that's like their B team, their A team is probably not even as good as our B team. Like, the players that we sent out on the pitch should have done a job. They didn't do a job. They took the game complacent. We thought we're just going to walk all over them. We got fucking battered. And it's just like, I just would have thought there would have been a bit more fight in there. Just like, I personally, if I was on the field, Klopp's last season, everything's done, turned the club around, you know, made us a fucking competing at the highest level again from where we were, you'd think you'd look at him and go, fuck, we can't let this happen. Like, you know, I'm going to die on this pitch for him. But nah, they're just, he's just gone past me. I won't fucking take it. Just start chopping people, man. You know, get the crowd revved up, get a big tackle in, you know, fucking show a bit of fight. Like, that's Anfield thrives on that shit. And they didn't do it. Like, there just was nothing. Like, even when the game's not going with you, Anfield is a loud enough and raucous enough atmosphere. If you put a heavy tackle in, they're gonna get off their seats. Even at 2-0 down, no. Just get stuck in. Try and make shit happen. Like, didn't do it. Lost opportunity. And yeah.
Big game next week.
Big game next week. Fucking go all out, really. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? What can you lose from it? Really?
That's it. Like you said, you beat them 5-0 last time.
Put Trent in midfield. Fuck's sake, go for it.
You can definitely fucking come back.
I'll tell you right now, if we get a goal in the first 20 minutes, we'll come back. 100%. But if we get 1-0 on them, they'll cave. 100%. Like, I feel like that's, you know, that's them types of situations. Klopp teams are really, really, we thrive in, like,
ruthless. Yeah, he's ruthless.
Here, fucking 1-0, all right, bang, and then it's energy. You know what I mean? Like, but again, if we go there, they hold out. Like, they're going to be sitting back. They're not going to try and come at us. So it is what it is. We move on. On to the next game. Who have you got next, Jacob?
Fuck, we need revenge on Bournemouth, really. We got Bournemouth away. Fuck, this is what I've come to. They slapped us at home, man.
Bro said we need revenge on Bournemouth.
We're so lanky, man. Fuck.
Bro, I told you, man. I told you. Like,
they fucked us up at fucking Old Trafford. Like, fuck, we need to come back and beat them.
They done just 3-0, eh?
Yeah.
They did, eh? I remember I was giving you shit saying Don Solanke, and he thought he did, eh?
Yeah.
Like, man.
I remember when we sold him to Bournemouth.
All these last 6 games are big games for us.
I'm like, we've fleeced these motherfuckers. 20 million for Solanke. Fucking. And then now I'm looking at him and I'm like,
I'll take him over Nunes.
He would probably have more goals than Nunes would.
We got Bournemouth away. Yeah. So I'm just hoping for a win, obviously. Fuck. We need to come back after these 2 draws and a loss. We've felt like we've dropped easily. Probably the Chelsea game we should have won.
Really,
Brentford,
ultimately, you didn't deserve the Brentford game, but you still should have won that.
Yeah. Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
They were fucking us up. But after we took that 1-0 lead, like literally there was only 4 or 5 minutes left, and then we let them score 1 minute later, 2 minutes later. Yeah. Easily could have stolen that game that we've done a lot this season. Played terrible, but ended up winning 1-0. But they came back and drew. Good for them. Fucked us up in the top 4 race. Who was it? Chelsea next. Should have fucking won that game. And then really come back again with we did come, what is it called? Go up. But like I said, I wasn't really thinking we were going to win that game. The draw was,
I'll be honest with you about going into
happy
that
enough
game,
for me.
Wasn't that confident. I don't know.
No, I wasn't either. Like, fuck. You've been pumping us this last 2 games. We've just been getting away with it.
Yeah, Klopp has that famous saying, we have to turn from doubters to believers. Have you said that one? That's like his quote when he came into Liverpool. I feel like I'm starting to go back to a doubter already. Like, I just doubt we're going to be able to do things. I doubted that we're going to go to United and get 3 points. I hoped we did. And I was, like, we could. But there's still that bit of doubt in my mind. And it's just fucking annoying. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah. I call that Fergie scarring.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, now I have to really hope for other fixtures. Like Aston Villa losing, Tottenham losing, but like I said last time, I don't think we're going to make top 4. So I have to hope for the top.
But how many points are he
5.
behind? You think about it, right? There's a very real
I was looking at it.
possibility that Arsenal, Liverpool, and City are going to beat Tottenham.
And
that's 9 points.
Aston Villa's got a pretty hard run on the way home as well.
To give yourselves a chance,
win,
you have to win every game as well. You have to go on a good run.
Every game.
You just can't.
This is what I said 3 games ago.
We're
already fucked up.
It's over. It's fully over.
Yeah. I said this 3 games ago.
Think about it.
Like,
if he's got them 4 points, he's would have been 1 point behind. And then 2 games, Chelsea. So it would have been, a lot of opportunities from a United point of view.
Yeah, it is. But look, I'm just hoping we get a win this weekend. I don't want to fuck another draw. I don't want another comeback. Just get a comfortable win. I haven't seen one for a while. So hopefully we can do it.
Yeah.
Who have you got?
Okay.
Oh, Crystal Palace.
We do predictions for your game quickly.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
2-1 Bournemouth.
Fuck. I was going to say 2-1 United. So, yeah, all good.
3-2 Bournemouth.
Yeah, we're not looking good. But
yeah, Liverpool Palace next.
It's United, so fuck.
Yeah.
We need a win. Especially against these lower teams.
As we've seen against City, Palace can play ball. Confidence is going to be low.
New manager as well. I forgot to mention that, but new manager as well. Yeah.
So it's no longer Roy Hodgson ball. It's a bit different. It's dangerous encounter.
Elise's back too.
Elise's back.
Is this Selhurst Park you're playing at?
Nah, Anfield.
Okay.
No, Anfield was fucking dead today. I know the fans had a protest about ticket prices, so there was no flags. Arguably, bad time to do that. Bad decision to try and make bad timing to try and make a statement. I feel like that's a bit of the issue as well. Like, not saying the fans because your views we lost, but he didn't really help the scenario today. Meant to be.
Look, famous. I'm all for one to give it to Liverpool fans, but do you think that's more of the club's fault, not the fans to blame? Like you said, the ticket prices are going up. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that's what I said. It's a bad time to make your point. Like the point.
Okay.
Argument. I agree. 100%. Stop making ticket prices expensive. Like especially like Liverpool. Like what makes Liverpool is the fact that you have authentic Scousers in the crowd, people who are local to the city, people who drink in the pubs around, go there with their mates every week and out. It's camaraderie. It's fucking local, us against the system, Liverpool versus the rest type mentality. That's what makes Anfield. When you start increasing ticket prices, these local people, because Liverpool's notoriously poor area, locals can't afford to be paying £100 or whatever it is for a game. Like that's ridiculous. Or whatever the ticket price is. And I can't even tell you.
Just make the stadium bigger too, eh? You think they'd be making more money off?
Yeah, they've increased the capacity of the stadium. Liverpool will be generating more money than they ever have through revenue and through, I think we're the second biggest club in the world last year in terms of merchandise and worldwide fans behind Real Madrid. So they'd be making lots of money from revenue. There's no need to, put an extra £10 or £20 on tickets because then you're just going to get tourists coming in or people who aren't from there or, you're just going to get a more influx of tourists. And as great as it is for everyone to be able to see, their boyhood club from, like even me, if I'm going over, technically I'm a tourist, right? But I probably, as much as I'd love to go, as much as I'd think I'd sing, and I probably wouldn't go as hard as someone who's been living there for 20 years and going to the game week in, week out.
No. 100%.
So it's just, like with that, ticket increase is going to become more touristy, which is going to take away from Anfield, which is Liverpool's going to lose its factor. And but I just think it was bad timing. I just think it was You know, maybe a silly time. Maybe hang a big protest or something. You know what I mean? Maybe do something outside the stadium that's not going to directly affect the players in a game. Really, like you should always show that you're behind the players. It's not the players. I feel like that. You know, that would have had an effect on the players. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so
no,
Liverpool,
look,
Palace, it's going to be a difficult game. We should get the job done. Nothing but 3 points is disappointing.
I think we're going to slap them up this game,
If we want to win the title, we've got to start scoring lots of goals as well. So, you know, when we have our foot on the throat of an opponent, put them balls in the net. Like, seriously, lads. Like, Jota's back now, which is a relief. He was playing against United, he would have buried chances. I promise you. He's got the coolest ice in his veins, that guy. They call him Cole Palmer. You ain't Cole, brother. Go watch Jota. Jota the Slaughter, brother. Jota the Slaughter. All right. So it's good to have him back. Obviously, with Trent coming back too, should have a bit more creativity. We've definitely missed that from that right wing back position. So yeah. Let's go, lads. Do it. Get the 3 points.
What's
make a statement. Well, Palace are definitely going to score. So I'll go 3-1 Liverpool.
Fuck.
I went 4-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool.
Better than me. I think after these disappointing results this week, I think you're just going to come back.
Well, I hope
Give
so.
them a beat down.
I was expecting that this morning, but we got slapped by Scamacca.
Scamacca, the West Ham fucking.
We got Scamacca.
Speaking of Scamacca, they got Scamacca as well against Bayer Leverkusen, the team that you were supposed to verse in the final, apparently. But yeah, no, look, we move. It's been a good
prediction. Let's get this done.
Yeah,
we'll be on air soon. All right,
let's do it.
Nottingham. Newcastle versus Tottenham.
Uh,
2-2. Like
3
draw as well. Even
3-2. 3-2 Newcastle.
I'll go 2-1 Newcastle. Brentford, Sheffield United.
Brentford 3-0. 3-1.
Brentford 2-1.
2-1. I'll go for 2-0 Brentford. Burnley, Brighton. Banks. JJ Watt's watching. Watch out.
Oh, sorry. 3-1 Burnley. Sorry, Mr. Watts. Sorry, Mr. Watts. 3-1 Burnley.
2-1 Brighton.
3-1 Brighton.
I hope JJ Watt bombs you both.
Nottingham Forest versus Wolves.
Wolves 1-0.
Go for a 1-1. 1-0.
Forest 2-0. Oh, yeah, 2-0.
Forest 2-0.
By the way, but when this ends, can you just give us an update on the ladder so we know what's going on?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
West Ham, Fulham.
2-2.
2-0.
Who?
West Ham. Hammers, yeah. 2-1.
Danny
Hammers.
Dyer, yeah. Danny Dyer.
2-1 Hammers. Arsenal, Aston Villa. Arsenal, Aston Villa.
All right, fellas, hear me out. And this is why I'm going to...
Actually, go back to my Fulham West Ham. I'll do 1-1 because West Ham played in Europe this week. They don't usually back it up too well.
1-1? Okay. Arsenal, Aston Villa.
Well,
my brain tells me one thing, but my heart tells me another.
I was going to say both of you is going to go for a draw or a loss, eh?
No, you go first. I feel like because I've been going first.
I'm going to go with my head.
3-1 Arsenal.
And I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
Well, look, I want to be sensible as well because I need to start taking this seriously. So I'm probably going to go good evening, Aston Villa, 3-1.
3-1 Aston Villa.
So. I hope you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I've never wanted someone to be more right in my life.
All right, last game. Chelsea versus Everton.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Who cares about this one? 1-1.
Fuck them both, eh? Fucking shit teams. I don't know, like Everton have just come off another 2-point deduction.
They're coming out.
I don't feel like they're going to have the same reaction they had the first time. I feel like this is going to be a negative reaction.
I was slapping them up.
Last time they got slapped up by they got slapped up by United.
That was the reaction.
Yeah, but there's a bit of a reaction, like in terms of like the feel around the club was let's fight. Let's fight. I don't feel like they've got that. I just don't feel like that factors. I feel like it's more they've become more victim now. That why always does what's happening to City? You know what I mean? What's happening to cities obviously don't have oil money to pay whoever City are paying. That's what's happening. You know what I mean? Why ask silly questions? You get silly answers. But yeah, so I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
Thanks.
2-0 Chelsea.
All right, that's it for the predictions. Here
What's
comes
the
the scores,
like?
boys. It's heating up. All right. Joey. Actually, we'll start from third place. Banks in third at the moment, but still it's close. He's got 139 points. Joey, second place, 145 points. So 6 in front of Banks. And then from first place at the moment, myself, 151. So I'm only 6 in front of Joey. So it's 6 points between all of us.
6 all in between.
And then lately, these last 2 weeks, I think I got 4 points last week and like 2 points the week before. So that's how my big gap in lead has been.
That's where you drop points.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to try
to if he bottles this, we nickname him Arsenal.
Oh man, I was like 15 points ahead.
If you don't win this, you're definitely going to be. You're going to change that flag to an Arsenal flag. I'm telling you right now. Look, it's been a great episode, lads. Make sure you come join us. We're about to go on EA. Straight after this, like we always do.
We won't be on this weekend. We still haven't set it all up. The link and stuff.
That's right.
But
God, I forgot about that. We're going to set that up.
It is playoffs next weekend, so we definitely will be having it up next weekend for playoffs because it's elite playoffs. Let's get it, boys.
100%. We'll make sure.
Arsenal for life.
Let's make a statement. Let's make next week. Let's make a fucking statement.
We just got a comment from
Arsenal for life.
Must be my show.
Arsenal for life. Come on, you Gunner.
Come on, you Gunners.
Absolutely not.
Don't worry. I want you to win. Fuck Liverpool.
You've got, I was gonna say you've got one Arsenal representative here, well, honorary Arsenal representative here. Anyway, till the end of the season. But anyway, lads.
Till the end of the season.
Yeah, it's been a good episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. Helps us go a long way. In the meantime, I've been your host, Mo. Make sure you sign off with me, lads. Red Devil Soul, Joey 6 times. Say bye, everyone.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Do all that type of shit. Peace in the Middle East.
We'll be back.
Peace in the Middle East.